For this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The Seahawks on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Joey Bosa. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Travis Benjamin deep for the Chargers. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. That's caught inside the 20. And he's taken down all the way inside the LA 10. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. This is Carson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. Now it's Carson. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Clock running, and the Seahawks, they're running 2, trying to speed up to the line of scrimmage. They run for it with Carson. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on-knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. He's at the 50. 30. Well, that was almost a 4-point swing. The interception, if he had returned it all the way, would have been 2 for them, but just a little bit shy.
And when it's a play like that, you're exactly right with the math. But don't you feel like it would have counted for more if they found their way all the way back to the end zone and gotten the 2? That changes the whole momentum, doesn't it?
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Second down, Rivers. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Give credit to K.J. Wright. He was disrupting defensively.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now it's Lockett. "21 yards. Well done on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
So on 4th down, they're going to go again. Keep in mind they're 3 of 4 so far in these situations. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Desmond King picks it. That's it for the first half. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this 3rd quarter. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here's Gordon trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Frank Clark. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Hey, I'm gonna go load it.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
5-4.
Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And they'll run it here. And he'll lose lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
The Chargers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Quentin Jefferson with a big-time sack on third down. And it'll be a loss of 7. Here's Donnie Jones now as he's on to punt for L.A. Returnable for Lockett. 12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion, it's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. The Seahawks on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Returning, it's Benjamin. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On third down, Rivers going deep here for Allen. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at about the 32. They'll try to get the run game going. Here's Davis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth and final quarter. They keep it with Davis on first down. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Right back to him on first down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Here's Carson. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They go play action with Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Throwing is Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
They'll run for it. It's Gordon, and I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Markevius Mingo in that time on the tackle. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree, all right? But he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson rolling to it. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. In for the score. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Stand up, pitch. Be ready for one word. Be ready for one word. 36 power.
From the gun, Wilson. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And the Chargers coming out on the field now. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
5-4.
Play action now. Rivers. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. On 2nd down, Rivers again. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Quentin Jefferson in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Orange. Hey, go orange, 5-4. 85.
3rd and long for Rivers. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15.
Hey, left,
From the red zone now, Rivers. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Jaron Reed in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
And his throw's going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
When everything is in sync on defense, that means everyone's communicating really well, and sometimes it's nonverbal. They just know that when a receiver's in one spot, this person may have him, and he's in another spot, the next defender may have him. And they've squeezed the passing lanes down to where it's so difficult to find an open area to deliver the football. They've made it tough on them all game long.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Rivers. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They run again with Carson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Alert, 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 alert. Cut, we're waiting.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
On 3rd down, it's Carson. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson going for the deep. And my goodness, another interception. Derwin James with a pick. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a single calorie.
I appreciate that. What you missed is me going to the concession stand outside of your eyesight and getting it done that way. Look, I mean, they were serving the good stuff. I had to do it.
Oh, man, but you're svelte, in good shape, but you cheated a little bit. We'll let it slide.
I appreciate that. Always a pleasure to work with you.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Southern California.
Okay, you bubbling. Look, yeah. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash coming in. Come get your man, Slim Booger bugging me. Just need a bag, quit all that jaw jackery. Don't even be that, I don't want none of it. He's mad about it, had enough of it. Whoa, watch what you saying, how the poppin' and shaking. Got is a laser, my posse deep and I raiding. We act the fool for the paper. Had a dream and I made it. El Camino on Dayton's, bitches guess over bait. Put the bread on me, bet on my bacon. Big it flat in the blanket. I might just roll out today. I might just roll out to Vegas. Head back to my old ways. Cop a roof for all day. Look at me, baby. Look at me, baby. Don't I look like a million? I'm about to clean out the safe. Don't I look like somebody that just be bodying everything? All that talking is great, but I don't be talking. I air it out. All the problems have gotten easy to bury. I'd rather kiss on my. I've been broke way longer than I've been rich, so until it levels out, I'ma take mama to the Marriott and took me so long to get it, gonna spread it out. Let them know all about me when I'm dead and gone. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. I'ma need all the fries you can give me, all the hot sauce, all the pie you can give me. Better be all or nothing, don't have me in the middle. You better be all you can, yeah. Super fly for the Dumbos, plenty slides like a shuffle. Hit the cadence on my young Isaac Hayes, Billy Ocean, about the old with the cane stick. Let my slippers at the function. It's hard to run the Gucci slides. That bet you say you didn't never. I'ma step no. Jackie Chan, no travel. Can't clean it with the beat. Dripping from the. No, Lord, not me. I can never be the one you wanna stuff for. Money, that machine. They fell down my stove. R.I.P. the times that I was broke. Acting like a 9/11 folks. Matte back, looking clean. Dead presses in and I'm a local. Cooking up canard. Waiting for the antidote. Running out of time. Patience thinner than a pantyhose.
Get over here and empty your pockets. I don't do that. In my prison, you do what I tell you to. Get over here.
He's gonna get this. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling.
Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now?
I'm watching television, telling me avoid the system. Hoping I ain't lose religion, texting prayer hands, hope the message sending on. Know I've been blessed, I've been seeing prophets, musty yellow shirts, louder than the broccoli, dancing in my chucks, feeling out of body, safe to say the man got me on.
Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now?
All in my system, been the one I'm kissing. One might extensions, I don't look like expeditions on. Man, it's too loud. Hear me in your city, cause when I start spitting too much drive, need some power steering, cruising to a better vision, y'all.
Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Mama, dirty the roads that I've traveled, but I'm on my way. Mama, trust all the steps on my journey, 'cause I'll be okay.
I know it's gotta hurt. would rather be the man. Maybe one day I'll go back to school. Think I'm proud to get it, but I still mean it. They've been trying to school me, but I've been a genius. Cali looking more like home since I made moves.
Can you hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me now?
Somebody call for the queen.
I never anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the 100, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rats in the morning, I had me a pop by the morning, I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a six by the morning, I got on a meat on the morning.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. On the return, the All-Pro 2 years ago, Tyler Lockett. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The first down carry for Davis. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And here's Wilson looking to throw on 2nd down. This is complete. It's Baldwin. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
On 3rd down, Davis. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Flush to his right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll begin the drive with Carson. And he'll get this one up to the 26. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Wilson to lock it there for the Seahawk 1st down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll set up the screen with Davis. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
They completed the screen, but one of the things you worry about is can the quarterback get rid of the ball before he's actually tackled? So your offensive linemen have to hold up the rushers a little bit because you want to make sure you keep your guy's jersey clean throughout the game.
Wilson. And he's got his target. That's more. And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a 1st down on the play. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun. Wilson escaping the pressure right. He finds his man, Baldwin. 1st down, Seahawks. Wilson to Baldwin.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out. And it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. Heck of a move and then brought down near the 23.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might.
The Seahawks on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hey. 4 down. Check. Flat down. Don't take forever, okay?
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect the pass play. Got a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
He'll get it up the middle, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Don't pitch in.
They'll give it to him up the middle, and they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12.
12.
Here's Davis. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal.
Now I would be surprised if they go for it. 3 points is not ideal. It's not what they want, but it's still only the first half. Take the 3 points and move on.
And Janikowski bangs it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. That drive just seemed to go for an eternity. I could kind of hear our sponsor saying, hey, we need to get our product pushed here. But then it ends in a field goal.
Yeah, how about that? Not enough time for product placement, but plenty of time to get 3 points out of the deal. I know that the guys on defense, though, they wanted to get those products out there. They wanted to stop that drive, just were unable to do so.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. On 2nd down, Ryan. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Barkevius Mingo coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And they get 14 yards there at a 1st down.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Coleman now. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Here's Coleman. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Well, not a huge game there as we head towards the 2-minute warning. It'll be interesting to me to see what they decide to do after the timeout.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. On third down, it's Freeman. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a fourth down. They'll run it. Freeman. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Oh, he's not going to get it by much, but on 4th and 1, all you're worried about is moving the sticks. And here he's able to fight his way forward for a couple of yards, and that's all he needed.
Here's Coleman on the toss. And now running right through it. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
This is Coleman. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Yeah, once more, a strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
22.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down?
4 down, check, 4 down.
They'll run it with Coleman. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Our first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Wilson now. A final shot before break. Forced out to his left. He lets it fly for Lockett. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Coleman. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
22.
Now Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the first down.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Freeman again. Able to avoid him at the 40. Oh, and now he bowls him over. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Let's go.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, 1st round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense. On 3rd down, that's Freeman. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Let's go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear them now. 3rd and goal. They come out here in the I. On 3rd down, it's Coleman. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Ricardo Allen, the safety, makes the stop.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. To throw is Wilson from the gun on 3rd down. Flushed out right. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. After the interception, here's Ryan. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Falcons on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it.
22.
They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down. A handoff, Devontae Freeman. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Bryant's extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Bosher to kick it away. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They begin with a run by Davis. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, you got 3, you got 19.
Play action. Now Wilson. And that is incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Eluding the pressure right. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Robert Alford. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
39. Let's go.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Hey, Tuesday.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
20.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. They will run again with Coleman. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. This looks like a free play for Ryan. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
And that last penalty makes this 3rd down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5.
22.
Ryan. And it's incomplete. We're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.